Hey YouTube, hey everybody out there. I'm making this from the basement of my apartment building. I'm kind of making this more for Craigslist sellers, but also for buyers. I've been taking pictures, and I hope pretty high quality pictures of a lot of these bikes. I have a collection and I'm trimming down. And what I've noticed when I've gone on Craigslist, how people, I don't know, maybe they're not like me. Maybe they have all the time in the world to answer people's calls or whatever, because I always notice that when they describe an item, they barely tell you what it is, so that if you're the potential buyer, you have to contact these people and pump them for information. And on the other side of the coin, if I was that person, I would do just the opposite. I would make a Craigslist ad as detailed and with some pretty good quality pictures, even for the size you're allowed to post on an ad, because that way you're doing all the work up front. You're pretty much ferreting out just the lookers from the buyers. In my case, I have very little time to answer ads like that, and there's nothing more annoying perhaps than, say, you have someone who's interested and then they don't show, and then they call you maybe a couple days later thinking that they're kind of gonna wear you down to get their price, not your price. Now, if you're going to price something, this is my opinion, of course, price it to sell, especially if you're like me and you don't want to spend all this time taking calls of time wasters, casual people. I'd rather do all the work up front. I'd rather craft a really detailed ad with good pictures, and then, that way whoever does call is pretty much already sold on the item. I want a buyer to come out. I don't want a looker to come out. And if they do come out, I want cash. Money talks. I don't want people who are trying to jerk me around, whatever. I'm sure other people feel this way. Maybe other people aren't. Maybe other people are retired and they have all the time in the world, to chew the cud with people over the phone or whatever, or email back and forth. But I never saw that like that. I think Craigslist is a really fantastic thing, but it's only going to be as effective as the person using it. So I don't want this to come across as some kind of rant, but I watched other videos on YouTube where people complain about potential buyers on Craigslist or whatever, how they they're all wishy-washy and whatnot. I'm not like that. My time's really valuable, and I can't afford to waste time with people. I'd rather use this to sell stuff. I'm not one of these and there's people like this too that they might be retired or they don't have a job. There's no shortage of those these days, but they have all the time in the world to buy and even buy stuff and think they'll make a modest profit and put it on eBay or Craigslist. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but you got to figure how much time are you taking? Is it really worth it for the time that you spend waiting for that phone call or that email to come back, or waiting around for an appointment for a potential buyer to buy that item. But with that, that's just kind of like putting in my little 2 cents here in this video. As you can see, I got some bikes here that I want to sell. And it's not like a case of me just buying these bikes at a thrift store and then putting them on my lawn or something like I've seen people do. I put a fair amount of work and some money into these, so I hope at least I can make a little bit of profit. I mean, as far as my time went to do all this, that I'm pretty much written that off. But And even other things too. I've used Free Cycle, and I'll probably use Free Cycle to get rid of these older wheels. I have no use for them. I don't think I'll get, you know, it's not worth trying to sell them. But just to let you know, I have no shortage of bikes to ride. So with that, these are ones I'm keeping as far as I know. But with that, I thought I'll let you go now, and we'll see you again, I hope, real soon. Bye.